Welcome back to part 3 in our series detailing how Will Wade came to Raleigh to be NC State's newest men's head basketball coach. Today we're going to be talking about competing opportunities for Will Wade services. Now, in part 1, we talked about timing. Timing is everything when it comes to coaching candidates. Kevin Keatts was, if we're being honest, on his way to getting fired in 2024 had it not been for his run to the ACC Championship and the Final Four. Now, obviously, we'll be forever grateful for everything that he provided that year, and we'll always cherish those banners. We'll always have 2024. But had he been fired at that time, then there would have been a whole other pool of candidates that NC State would have had to pursue for this position, and Will Wade would not be here today. Now, from Wade's perspective, there weren't many other quote-unquote big jobs open at the same time that NC State was this year that has worked in NC State's favor. After taking his 1-year hiatus, he committed to 2 years at McNeese State, timed to end the same year that his show cause was due to end. He obviously knew that he wanted to move to a power conference job in 2025. Speaking of which, those other power conference jobs that opened recently have been Indiana, Iowa, Villanova, West Virginia, Minnesota, Texas, and now soon to be Xavier, now that Sean Miller will be leaving to take the Texas job. Again, this ties back to the earlier video on timing. Will Wade is a Clemson grad. There were rumors that he would prefer to go there if Brad Brownell had left, possibly for the Indiana job. But Clemson had just had their best season with Brownell at the helm, so they unsurprisingly signed him to a 6-year extension. The only job on the list that it was rumored that Will Wade was interested in was Texas, but it didn't seem like the feeling was mutual. There may have been some latent feelings of him still being radioactive based on the show cause still being in effect, and that seemed like that may have also worked in NC State's favor. All the rest of those schools seemed like they'd identified candidates pretty early on. The head start that NC State had to get on this coaching search really seemed like it worked in their favor, and it seemed like Will Wade was tied to this job before any of those other places came open. So, what do you think about those other openings? Were you worried that he was going to take one of those jobs? Let us know in the comments. Now follow along as we end the series in part 4.